The hell? So, there's something really weird going on with my water heater right now. Apparently, at some point in the process of it doing what it does to generate hot water, a lot of steam is being forced through a very small hole. So, there's like this high pitched whistling noise whenever the thing starts working. I'm not thrilled about
Yeah,
it.
I don't believe that that hole should be there. You should have someone check that out immediately.
Well, no. It's like there's some kind of sediment buildup inside the tank. So
Oh!
normally it would be going through a much bigger hole, but because of some sort of buildup of something in there, it's gotten very small. So now when it gets pushed through the hole, it's creating this high pitched
Okay,
whistle.
so instead of there being a leak, what you're telling me is that there's a blockage in there which is causing the system to be under extremely high pressure,
Hmm.
which is even more concerning. You should have someone check that out immediately.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah. I've looked
In
it
a
up.
couple of days. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
immediately. And try not to use very much hot water in the meantime. I know that's a tough sell, especially
Yeah.
right now. You know, it's damn near January, but
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
that's a concern. 'Cause, like it's highly unlikely that it would result in a situation where anyone would be in any kind of physical danger.
Hmm.
But here's the thing: is that the fact that that's even a possibility means that something's gone catastrophically wrong. More,
Mm-mm.
um, yeah, and like when a water system is under pressure like that, maybe it's not even close to this happening, but you'd certainly like the peace of mind of it. I'm not sitting here thinking that your entire house is going to blow up. But what I think is definitely possible, perhaps even likely, depending on how bad it is that the system itself will have a very catastrophic fault, which won't burn your house down. It won't, blow up like a large chunk of your property, but it will cause the heater to blow open. And then, now you went from a repair that would be a couple hundred to several thousand.
Yeah, I just linked you to a Reddit thread that I was using to try to judge what might be going on.
Is your system new?
Quite.
Folks in there are giving good advice. At his age, even though he might be capable of doing it, maybe not have him do it. And I don't know how handy you are personally. It's probably not the
That's
best
not
idea for you to
really
take a look
my
at it.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. So and you could have somebody else take a look at it, but that's the thing, is that if you get a nice company coming out to service it, and it's like one of the comments in there where the guy says it had become clogged with soot and corrosion from condensation dripping onto it, its airflow had been reduced to cause noise. Removed it using a brush and vacuum to clean it really good and fix the problem completely. That sounds like something that would take a professional like less than half an hour. And they depending on who you went with, that'd come away with like less than $100 in the service call. And you might be sitting there like, damn, it was still a blah blah money, but at the same time, it's like, hey, putting a price on your peace of mind. Good to know. But my big concern is that because you said sediment buildup being possible, if there was a legitimate blockage in there and it was causing high pressure, if the pipe burst, because I had a situation similar to that. It wasn't a water heater, but a buildup causing a blockage in a pipe in my toilet downstairs. Nobody was home at the time that happened. I was the first one to come home. When I came home, there was like probably an inch and a half of water on the entire downstairs area. It was a catastrophe. Can't remember how long ago it was, but it might have been recent enough to where you and I might have actually, been talking every day by then. So I might have told you about it when it happened. I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty bad. Now, thankfully, we had the tools to be able to take care of that problem ourselves. But it was still a horrific situation because we had carpeting downstairs, not over the whole downstairs, but in certain areas. And that water damage, obviously, the carpeting had to be ripped up. We never replaced it. And a lot of stuff that my dad had because his bedroom is downstairs was destroyed from the water damage. We were able to replace the pipes in the toilet, just a quick trip to Home Depot to spend less than $50. We fixed everything. It was like, damn, if we'd known about this, that blockage would have been really easy to take care of. But, for somebody who didn't have the stuff that we had on hand to be able to take care of that kind of situation ourselves, where it was done in like 3 hours, that'd be a living nightmare. And that's the thing about water too, is that the longer that it's there, the more damage it causes.
Right. I hear you.
So that's what I'm sitting there thinking is I'm all like, you take care of this now, it could be something as simple as, damn, I could have done this myself with this little, wire brush thingy, like the size of a toothbrush. Fuck, and instead I spent, $80 to have some guy in a big van pull up and take care of it. Or, you could just sit there and say, it's fine. And then one day, you hear some bang, and then like a lot of water flowing everywhere and your dogs start barking and then you go check and then like, oh, well, now we gotta fucking tear out this big chunk of drywall that's gotten so soggy and moist that it's now filled with mold. Everything else. Blech.
Yeah, we're gonna do something about it. I need to push a little bit harder about it though, because I do believe it's pretty easily fixable, but we actually have to do it.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So I sent you an article that will at least make you, do a little bit of a double take, maybe, I think.
Valve Insider has good news for Half-Life fans. I hope that it's decent, but no. Ugh, come on.
You don't buy it?
Nope, not for a second. Because see, the thing is that doing Half-Life Alyx showed us that they're aware of the demand, but they have to build in a different direction, especially after what Mark Laidlaw did. And even though Half-Life Alyx was big time, and it ended on a great note in terms of moving us forward, I just do not believe that the very next thing they can do is Half-Life 3. Maybe they're working on a Half-Life project, and if that's the case, excellent. And also, I really hope that it's not VR only, because I still haven't touched Half-Life Alyx, and I'm probably still years away from doing that if I ever get the chance to fucking do it. You know, I don't know how likely that'll ever be, which really upsets me because I love Half-Life and I really want to fucking play it, but like, I don't have a VR headset. That's prohibitively expensive. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. But they do the other thing, you know, moving in a different direction, not Half-Life Alyx, VR. And you know, I just don't think that they're ready for Half-Life 3 yet. But if they're working on something, that's great news. I do not believe that it's Half-Life 3 because it's taken on a personality all its own. They can never do that kind of thing without like epic levels of laying the groundwork for it. I would think they would need at least another game, if not two, to build up, and then they could say, okay, now it's Half-Life 3. Because that's the thing with Laidlaw, you know, is that they might have had an idea in place that had taken them more than a decade to build up for, but as soon as Laidlaw dropped that deuce, because he was like, the fans deserve something, and believe me, I completely agree with his decision to do that. I don't think he did the wrong thing at all. But they just don't want to write a story that's already been spoiled for the audience. So they decide, okay, we're going to have to change things up now. And that takes even more time. So, and I don't know how well Half-Life Alyx actually did selling-wise. Like I said, you know, a VR headset is prohibitively expensive. I think a lot of people might have had to pass on that.
I certainly
If
did.
it was a normal game. Yeah, if it was a normal game, they otherwise would have bought it. Like, I know that I absolutely would have. Let me see. Half-Life Alyx, as of December 2024, has sold more than 2 million copies.
Which sounds good until you remember that Red Dead Redemption 2 sold like, what, 70 million?
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
Most appetizing, no? Oh.
You really?
Let's go back.
Say,
Well, hold on. That's just from Wikipedia. I think it has to be more because the year that it launched,
what now?
in March of 2020, apparently. So yeah, by December of 2020, it was over 2 million sold. So it's been 4 years since then. It's got to be at least more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people estimated that it made a little under 300 million in revenue, which sounds like a lot, but not totally.
I mean, for Valve, they print money because of Steam, so I don't think money means much to them.
Yeah, I don't think they were overly concerned about that. It was well received. Won an absolute shitload of awards, even though that doesn't really mean anything. It's one of the highest rated games of all time. Yeah, even though Half-Life Alyx was not Half-Life 3, it probably would have been one of the most popular games of all time if it wasn't VR only.
Fascinating. This right, all right.
Now, I get what they were trying to do because Valve was like, we want to take video games in a new and special direction, and I like that. What I really think they should have done is make a Half-Life Alyx VR edition, and then a Half-Life Alyx non-VR edition.
Right. That seems like common sense.
Just like, most... But I mean, to be fair, most of the games that do that do it as a gimmick. But at the same time, pretty much every VR game is just a fucking gimmick, and they were trying to legitimize VR in general, which didn't really work. So, what the fuck? It's just sad, man. They really could have done something special.
All right.
Sad. It's
I see. Fascinating. This right here, all right. Count, of course. I'll do it.
A hilarious comment on Twitter the other day. It was, if I could use a time machine to travel back in time, I would travel back in time to talk to Winston Churchill and tell him that he needs to finish off India while he's got the chance. Please, sir, do the needful. Oh man. It's kind of crazy though, because I saw this one thing. I'm sure you saw it too. People are talking on about immigration, and they're like, "Look, if bringing in immigrants makes the country stronger, then why is it that we have to bring in immigrants to compete with China? But China's population, their ethnic makeup, is 92% ethnic Han Chinese, 8% other, and that 8% is largely non-ethnic Han Chinese in the northwestern portions of China that are considered occupied territory, like Tibet and the northwestern portions where you've got the however you pronounce it, the Uyghurs or whatever, but they're not considered ethnic Han Chinese. So that's the vast majority of it. So that's like the 7% of that 8%, with that last 1% being foreigners who are watched like hawks. Bro, it got so bad that there was this one YouTube channel that I occasionally used to watch. This guy had a Chinese wife, and he'd talk about, oh, this is what expat life is like, and blah blah blah. And that's why I was looking at it, because I was interested in what people had to say about living abroad.
Yep.
And around the time of the Hong Kong protest, he actually had to leave China and bring his wife and children with him, because he was in fear for his life. Because when the Chinese government started cracking down bigly on protesters and political dissidents, they started watching him like a hawk. Not because he had said anything negative at all. He hadn't brought up anything related to politics in the slightest. It was literally just because he was a foreigner. Even though his wife was a citizen and his children had been born in China and were themselves Chinese citizens. And it's like, that right there, I wish our country had that. Holy fuck. can't believe that those people exist. That's hysterical. You know what's really funny though? In the vote counting literally took so long that people straight up missed the whole because they're supposed to do it in December, so it must have already happened when the Electoral College officially casts their votes.
Oh yeah, they did that. I remember when they did that a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, I didn't hear a goddamn thing about it because they were still counting votes for so fucking long, and everybody else just having a constant fucking aneurysm about all this other retarded shit. And I'm like, I don't even remember when that happened. But I vividly remember when it happened in 2016, so it just goes to show even further that, you know, they're just rolling over and accepting...
Yeah. Well, I think they basically made all that stuff ceremonial because the last two elections showed that it was possible that electors could overthrow the results of the election. So I'm pretty sure all that stuff is just ceremonial at this point. And you can't and electors have no actual power.
Well, except for, you know, all these states that did the thing, they're going to be like, we pledge to give our electoral vote to the winner of the popular vote.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Can you hear my cat?
Yes.
She wants attention.
The invisible man's outside. Can't you see my dick in my hand?
Your Honor, I call to the stand the ghost who never lies, although I'm the only one who can see him and hear him.
That's a good one.
Are you prepared? Burn to ice!
Keep it up, Stroll.
Fight is power. Fire! Let justice prevail.
Thing, Captain.
Hold on.
What a finale! Keep your energy up, everyone.
This path has led to mastery.
Yeah, I imagine that's going to happen. Something like that, Big Country. If the Packers ever decide they want to, you know, get their powder wet, maybe them, but they don't ever do that, do they?
I admit, it feels good. Huh? I have never known such
My power swells forth.
What now? My way!
Nice. I bet we'll find a use for that.
Come on! Smash it! What now?
I don't even understand this whole obsession with working 80 hours a week that they're talking about now. I've never heard anybody pull this shit before. Like, what the fuck? So then, not only are they talking about it as if this is a common occurrence, but like, how the hell are people even doing it? Because if you work 5 days a week, 80 hours a week is literally 16 hours a day. When do you sleep?
All the time that you're not working, I guess.
Yeah, and considering commute times and how long it takes to get ready for work and all this other kind of shit, you're sleeping a very small amount. That's not healthy and is not sustainable long term. Well, obviously, days a week. Well, there's only 7 days in a week. 6 days, and you're working 13.5-hour days. 7 days with literally no days off. You were literally just working every single day of your life. That's still just under 12 hours a day. How the hell is that even possible? Bro, when I worked in construction, they offered the opportunity if you wanted to. Overtime. If you didn't want to work overtime, you were only obligated to work that full-time 40-hour week, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's it. But if you wanted to, you could pick up enough overtime to where, if you wanted to, you could work 12 hours a day and 7 days a week. Now, this was a travel job. A lot of guys ended up picking that up. I was like, I might work a little bit of overtime here and there, but I'm not that fucking crazy. Like, what the hell are you guys doing? But some guys, you know, that's what they do. But at the same time, it makes sense to do that for short-term stuff. You know, the thing about roughnecks that work on oil rigs, they don't work year-round.
Right. Or like, you
They
know,
go
the crab boats.
Right. Right. It's seasonal stuff. You work on rotations. You do work a lot when you're working, yeah, but then you have long periods of time where you're off. Because it's not sustainable to do that nonstop. So all these fucking Indians coming out of the woodwork saying that they're working 80 hours a week and they're doing like these dumbass fucking dog shit coding jobs. I'm all like, there's no way. And they're like, I show up to the office every day. Please, sir, do the needful. I'm all like, no. I'm like, this can't be.
Tsar, please.
And that's another thing, man. You know, is when you consider how many hours these people are saying they work, when they say they work 80-hour weeks, putting in that much of their time for the job that they're working, bro, it's like working the job that you had, but 80 hours a week, as if their compensation was only $28 an hour. Think about the job that you had if you were working 80 hours a week at the compensation of $28 an hour. That's insanity. And they're sitting there like, sir, please, this is doing the needful. And fucking billionaire CEOs like Elon coming out like, well, yeah, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. That's how it's done. And I'm all like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, but that tweet I sent you a while ago, did you see the one? It's from Crypto Links or something? Lixie?
The Dubai work ethic is crazy and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I read that. And what you wanted me to see was the community note that said that...
yeah, it's basically, they're slaves. They're slaves, and it's like...
many countries in the world still have that going on. Libya literally sells slaves. Slavery is legal in the former Burma, is now called Myanmar. There's a lot of countries in the world where slavery is legal, and even if slavery is illegal, they have practices in place that are functionally slavery, like that. Like, I think it was Dubai or maybe it was Qatar, one of those Middle Eastern countries. When they got the opportunity to host the World Cup, they literally had slave labor building the stadium that they would host the World Cup in, and it's exactly like, you know, you read in the history books, hearing talking about like building great monuments in the past, where it's like, yeah, thousands of workers died during the construction of this. Like, Jesus Christ, why? Because I'm sitting there like, dude, I worked in construction. Yeah, it was a dangerous job, but it's extremely easy to not get hurt. How are people dying? Then you watch live leak videos of people dying and fucking like working in construction in China, and it's like, oh, that's why, because they have contempt for human life over there, man.
Log into a live leak.
What?
Nothing. But yeah, it's like... So, are these people advocating for us bringing back slavery? Because, maybe there's a debate to be had there.
Effectively, yes. And I'm sitting there like, okay, you know what? Fine. Bring back slavery. Let's do it. Because that's going to open up all kinds of new jobs. I can't wait to become a pirate slaver. Let's go.
Now, when all the cows go extinct, there's only one way we're going to be able to get milk, and we need somebody to be in charge of that process.
Like fucking Fury Road,
Yeah.
when they got the gigantic hulking motherfucker, he goes, moo. With how he showed his approval of the... Jesus Christ. That's the good stuff.
The power of lightning! That's one! Good one, Stroll. I won't hold back! Burn! Warlord! Burn to ash!
What a finale! Keep your energy up, everyone!
I chose the wrong opponent. How's that? I learned a new ability.
I think that's all of them.
Push through!
Here's the collection.
I wonder if these people realize how much political support they could gain just from being anti-immigration. Like, even absent everything else, just being the most anti-immigrant politician would get you most of the way there.
Just take it. You can always toss it later.
Now Bose is eating in the backfield. I dunna like this. I dunna like this.
What now?
And some dipshit defending that fucking retarded player on the Rockets who threw Hero. Because I'm all like, look, this is going to work out way better for Hero than it is for that guy, because Hero is already making, like, max money. And when he's up for a contract renewal again, he's going to be making absolutely insane amounts of money. He doesn't care if he gets suspended or fined, because it's a tiny fraction of the humongous millions that he gets to make. Meanwhile, this dipshit here is on a rookie deal, and he fucking climbed his way up here out of the Mexican League and has spent more time in the NBA in the G League than the actual pro game. So bad. So this guy says, hey, something tells me he's going to be just fine financially. And I'm all like, are you fucking retarded? A lot of these guys who make max deals end up broke when they leave the league because they're retarded with their money. You think this dumb piece of shit is going to somehow manage to properly invest like the 200 grand he's gonna come away with at the end of the season? Are you kidding me? He's probably gonna blow his entire NBA paycheck on a McLaren and then crash it the same day. Oh, but for real, like there's so many examples of guys who just like they don't have anything left over from their playing days. You know, Allen Iverson, Scottie Pippen, Kareem famously got ripped off by his agent.
Oh,
It
really?
took him years to recover. Yeah.
At the end there. We've cleared the way.
All right. How's that? This is our chance.
Expect no quarter. Face me. Hellfire.
I'm not saying.
You hit their weakness.
I shall fight as the noble I am.
Like many other celebrities. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, there we go. Like many other celebrities, Kareem put his trust in a business manager that ultimately did not have his best interest at heart. According to a Sports Illustrated report, bad deals his former business manager arranged ate up the wealth he gained throughout his playing career, leaving Kareem scrambling to figure out how he ended up in a financial pit. 48th birthday was a financial turning point. According to the previously mentioned Sports Illustrated report, he lost his multi-million-dollar Bel Air mansion in a fire and went through a messy divorce that gave much of his earnings to his ex-wife. Compounding on these woes, bad investments, and a lack of oversight of his finances led him to hire a team of lawyers who worked hard to recover what he lost.
Now, what's the play?
So, at the time, you know, when he had when he finished his playing days, it was believed that he had a $20 million net worth, and he lost pretty much all of it because of his manager. So he filed a $59 million lawsuit. Now this is in the 80s. That's, you know,
Much
Pretty
more
big.
now, yeah.
but yeah, like
No wonder he's so pissed off all the time.
absolutely. So he lost an absolute shitload of money. I'm gonna check what he's at right now.
Power can be so intoxicating.
His modern day net worth in 2024 is estimated being about $24 million.
Alright. Nothing wrong with that.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
Oh wow! In the last week, I have had 13,000 impressions on my post.
I had double that on the one tweet I did that went viral, but then I get nothing on every other tweet.
Seen the last of them.
Okay, all you gotta do is just like make some funny posts to get noticed by like bigger accounts. You know, when you're consistently getting likes from them, then you know you'll feel confident that you can continue to do that. So then glom on to like every post that they make and try to
Yeah.
make some posts. I do that a lot with like a lot of these guys.
My understanding is that when you're verified and you're trying to make money, like you need other verified accounts to interact in order for the money to really come in. If it's not coming
Yeah.
from other verified accounts, it's like you're
Yeah.
making shit.
Yeah, Elon kind of spilled the beans on that, especially with the recent thing that's happened the last couple of days, where he's going to make it even harder for people that he doesn't like to be able to get by with that shit.
Mhm.
And it also kind of revealed why certain accounts are making way more than others are, is because of the kind of people that are liking their account. You know, like there's this one like young Asian bitch. She's like in her 20s, and people keep saying, "Oh, she makes a shitload of money from Twitter because Elon wants to fuck her," and that's true because Elon likes and retweets almost every single one of her posts. So because it's him, the quality of the impressions that she's getting on her account are way higher. You know, every 2 weeks to go by, somebody like HVAC Barkley, who has roughly the same amount of views on his fucking viral tweets as hers,
This right
is making a couple of hundred when that Twitter check comes in.
I'm counting
But then she is making several 100,000 every couple of weeks because it's Elon and all of the Twitter HQ people who are boosting her shit. In fact, it's so egregious that some people call it money laundering, and I'm all like, I don't think it's money laundering. I think it's just you're either in the Special Cool Kids Club or you're not. But, you know, that's just reality, you know? Some people are more equal than others.
Which is true, when you think, I mean, that's a correct philosophy. I'm not hating on it. It just doesn't make a lot of, I mean, on a place like X, you would think that most people would be created equal.
I show no mercy.
You hit their weakness.
I shall vanquish evil. I call the lightning. Three remaining. That'll do.
Alright. It's 7 p.m., so I think most of Black Twitter has woken up. So while they're eating breakfast,
Oh no.
they they found my tweet where I used the gamer word. Paste.
Who gives a shit? Wait, did Simp Neelix leave X?
He did not leave X. Unfortunately, he was banned.
What did he do?
Give me a sec.
What a finale! Keep your energy up, everyone.
Do not strike if you're obviously outclassed. That'll do.
Barkley knows I'm just trying to find an explanation.
What now?
If you see use for it, I say take it with you.
Yeah, Big Country, I think that's likely the outcome here as well. Doesn't even block anymore.
Act fast, and we'll win this.
Yeah, I hate that one so bad, man. Like, everybody blocks for a reason. You don't want to see that shit, but now... Thanks, Assface. God, I hate it.
We'll combine our strength. Burn!
Keep it up, Stroll.
Let's go. Maybe not. Let's work together. Burn!
You hit their weakness.
Come!
That's your opening, Captain.
Oh, mystic fire!
Hulkenberg running right in their weak spot.
Weakness our strength. Blaze! Time to end this.
Only one
won't hold
left.
back.
Finish them off right here.
By this power. A tough one.
Bruh. I'm looking to play some Among Us with my boys.
Okay, what happened is that his account was banned because he made a Canadian healthcare joke.
Oh, okay.
And he had been in Twitter jail a number of times before to where that was like the, oh no, you're screwed. And Barkley, who is in consistent contact with him, said that he is not planning to come back to Twitter at this time.
Oh, well.
Which makes a lot of sense because, yeah, it literally in just a month, Twitter's gotten so much worse. Like, it's kind of unbelievable because Twitter had, you know, in the immediate aftermath of the election, Twitter was like literally at its peak. And then Elon's like, hey, within the same month, I'm going to make it so that, you know, we're not going to take any advantage of how much better we are than our competition. Instead, I'm just going to shit all over all of the goodwill that I've built over the last couple of years since I bought this thing. How can you be that fucking stupid?
Alright, big 4th and goal for the D-Toilet Lions. And they got a touchdown. They got a touchdown. Alright, we're back.
No, I gotta say, the Tua injury in week 2 is just making me even sadder right now. 'Cause to be frank, there was no shot we were ever going to win the division. Until Josh Allen dies, I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Right.
However, the Lions are definitely one of the best teams in football, and the fact that the Niners are playing them this hard and that Purdy's doing this well, he didn't look half this good against the Dolphins.
Very true. It is worth noting that the Lions have 1 billion injuries, though.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't stop people from shit talking the hell out of us last season when we were the most injured team in the NFL. And also statistically had the worst offensive line. Feels good, man.
Get down! Now! We must strike!
Now get ready.
Face me! Blaze!
You hit their weakness.
I shall rule the battlefield. Are you prepared? Perhaps not. Let's get on with it. Something else. Who do you think I am? Sprint! Fire! Let's finish this.
Get going, Captain.
Behold, we stand together. I'll run you through. One remaining.
We're talking
Now
about
accept your fate! Maelstrom! Commendable bearing.
No holding back.
finish them off and we're
After
clear.
me. Here.
You hit their weak point. Keep it up, Stroll.
I won't hold back. No.
Okay, I don't think there's any more backup coming. Let's keep moving.
Check me out! I'm getting stronger. Our immediate vicinity is secure. We should be safe.
Reverse. So a couple weeks ago, somebody posted the
What now?
you know, the jelly donut clip from Full Metal Jacket
Yeah.
on X, and the replies were filled with people like asking, "What movie is this? What movie is this?" And I don't know. It shouldn't have something like that make me sad, but kind of made me sad.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck do you not know the moment you see R. Lee Ermey what the movie is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows that one. Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? Never would have made it in boot camp. I can't handle being treated like that.
There's still some foes around. Don't let your guard down.
Our foes have fallen. We are safe.
The real problem is not
We should be safe.
being super scared,
Mhm.
which does happen, but it's all the different instances where something really funny happens and you can't laugh.
I could see
Because
that.
funny shit's happening all the time. Plus, almost everything that the fucking drill sergeant says is going to be hysterical. Because that's the way it is for most people. You know, that's why that scene in Full Metal Jacket, the very opening, is so iconic, is because it makes people laugh. It's definitely the hardest thing to get through.
Let's keep moving. What now?
Hey. Okay then. Right?
Speaking of,
So, the deadline is.
and so, feeling worn out.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 23 days remain.
Let's go.
What can I do?
Smash it all to bits!
All right then.
Let's go.
Uh-huh. Thanks, mate.
We did it.
per capita. Oh my god, Dan Campbell's gonna go for it for no reason. Yeah, he's going for it for no reason. Oh,
Just doing
he
it
got
to
bailed out by his
flex.
players.
Exactly. He was doing it to flex because he knew he could fucking get away with it, and now he's just fucking styling on him now. What an absolute lad.
If you ever went to prison, would you get a tattoo on your butt that said exit only?
Counting on you.
Now I get even angrier that you haven't listened to that Norm Macdonald video yet, because holy fuck, I would love to quote it right now.
Counting on you.
Ah. Because the clip is so good because it's the audiobook version of the book that he wrote, and he narrated his own, which is just perfect.
That's enough out of you, yeah?
He narrated his own audiobook. I love it.
Oh, shit.
You think he's gonna go for it again?
I'm still on third down, but I would assume he kicks a field goal from here. They're in field goal range now.
Something up? Hmm?
What can I do?
Yeah, they're in field goal range now. It would be really crazy to... But it is Dan Campbell. Now they're kicking.
Yeah. They kicked a 6-point lead.
Thank you very much. Let us pause.
Still a ton of time left.
Oh, truly. You.
Oi!
What?
That can't.
Just the worst.
No, we mustn't yield.
President Carter will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th.
That's really funny.
So if January 6th happens again, it could be like the first Better Call Saul episode. Somebody goes up to Jimmy Carter's corpse and takes the head off, and
Be fair, Your Honor, what my client did was pretty base.
Sure.
I think not. But then...
Listen.
Oh.
No, no.
Wow. But then...
so apparently flags are going to fly at half-mast all across the country for 30 days following Carter's death, which means flags will be at half-mast for the inauguration, which I could do without, personally. But whatever.
Yeah, it's actually really funny because Trump's going to take office and he's like, put it back up.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That'd be funny as hell if he pulled the fucking Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
I really don't consider dying at 100 years old to be a tragedy, though. Like, if you die of old age and you make it to triple digits, that's something that should be celebrated. Maybe not in his case, because he was a, you know, Skeletor for the last few years, but still. I don't even know why that's a sad thing.
I must.
Ricky Pearsall. Breakout game, baby.
Something else?
Yeah, they're just riding him now.
Yep.
They're going to go all the way down and score a touchdown. And then Dan Campbell's going to go for it yet again.
Yeah, this Lions team is in so much trouble in the playoffs with this defense. I feel bad for Lions fans.
Uh-oh. Big play coming up, but it gets called back because they're retarded.
Nope. Yep, I see the flag.
Allow me to introduce myself once again. My name is Dataram. I'd like to thank you for your assistance.
What assistance?
Right then, where shall I begin? The execution was proposed by Alonso himself. He agreed to bear the weight of my crimes and die with them.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Now the Lions decide to be retarded.
But they're only pretending to be retarded.
I hope so.
That is, under one condition. He had me declare my support for your candidacy by naming you as the key figure who put an end to the people's suffering. And in doing so, Alonso would accomplish his goal, to bring you great renown.
He didn't need to die for something like that.
Perhaps it was meant to be a form of atonement. By giving you
Oh, shit.
recognition and building your reputation, he could pave you a path to the crown. He did that you could change the world.
Oh man, that's funny.
Brock Purdy looked like Jimmy Neutron
Alonso
friend
trusted me with
Sheen.
his letter, or rather,
Well, that's what happens when you just throw to the exact same guy down after down after down after down.
You must be furious with me. I'm sorry I didn't let you in.
Come
on the
on,
plan.
man.
I knew you would be against it. Believe it or not, I considered myself.
Like you've
just
got the
as-
second best tight end in the
My
league
goals
on your
were always
team.
in the
Throw it
service
to
of the great.
Kittle,
I
man.
convinced myself that it was all for my hometown, for my mother. But that pretense crumbled away.
So yeah, that's probably a ball
All through
game.
life, I realized everything I'd done was out of my own selfish desires. Such a man ought to die. So, I found a way to make a worthy end of it. Come to think of it, death, too, is perhaps its own selfish escape. When you stopped me, I could finally...
Yeah, that's why women travel. Anytime you ever hear about a woman traveling, she's announcing to you that she's a
I
whore.
like tricking people.
The whole point.
Perhaps I never needed to be a good person.
Don't ever forget that. Not just you, Joker, but everyone within the sound of my voice.
And everyone in attendance will be none the wiser about my deception.
Every single one of you listening. If you ever encounter a woman who talks about how she likes to travel, she is advertising to you the fact that she enjoys hooking up with random dudes in another country where she has plausible deniability that it never happened. But that's all she really wanted to travel for, was to get dipped down on the regular by guys she doesn't even know.
Before long, you'll ascend to the throne, and the world will become a slightly better place. All thanks to my lies. I've done far too much wrong in my life. But in my final moments, I will become the kind of person I've always aspired to be.
Man, these interceptions are going to kill Brock Purdy's contract extension is the only thing that sucks.
I owe it all to you. Even though I know this wasn't the conclusion you wished for, you have my gratitude.
Don't you mean that it's awesome?
I'd prefer he get a $70 million contract extension, $70 million a year.
Well, I know, but you're thinking about if he stays with the Niners and then having the Niners just be fucking having all their money get sucked down to pay for this guy. But you're not thinking in other terms, which is how often does drafting a quarterback actually work out? Extremely rarely. So what are the Niners going to end up doing? You're right, it is going to hurt his contract negotiations, so they're not going to offer him a ton of money. Somebody else will, because there's plenty of retarded fucking teams out there, and they're going to be like, oh, the Niners don't want to keep, we'll take him! And then what do the Niners do? Oh shit, now we got to reload. Then they're right the fuck back where they started, and they're out of contention for a couple of years.
Work to give truth to our hopes and
Wouldn't that be
fulfill
better?
thy destiny.
True.
Remember your promise. Become the king.
I mean, I don't even know how the Rams suddenly came out swinging. Like, they came back from their bye, and they got... I think they have the third best record in the NFL since that bye week.
They have been skating by these last 3 games, though, against mostly not very good teams. So it's like...
Which is true, but still, like, damn, you know?
You mustn't be hasty. Alonso believed you could bring about a better future, didn't he?
Also, did you see the news that Tom Brady's ex-wife is very heavily pregnant with the guy that she left, that she cheated on Tom Brady with and left him for? Man. Yeah, look at this.
The fact that he managed to steal all this is quite impressive.
She is super pregnant.
Are you taking back the money he stole from you?
Yeah, somebody in the comments brought up a great point. Considering her age, this is almost certainly her last pregnancy.
Right.
So that child will end up being the only member of their family where Tom Brady's not the dad. All their brothers and sisters are Tom Brady's children, except for that one. That's not going to be very fun.
Alright, 3rd down. And the Lions are already in field goal range, so this could be basically the game.
No, of course not. It's far too heavy a burden for me to bring home.
Something happened where the play ends up getting reviewed because my feed is normally way ahead of you and it still hasn't updated yet, so...
Alright.
Alonso intended to give this money to his village, but he was terribly distraught when they wouldn't accept it.
That would be why.
I still haven't seen the play yet. I'm about to. And, well, that'll probably do it. Ripperino Cappuccino.
Game is absolutely finished. You know what would actually be hilarious here is Dan Campbell goes for 2 and gets it just to flex. Because then they'd also be up by 14 points instead of 13. Oh, never mind. They kicked the extra point and they actually missed it.
Oh. Never kick.
Yeah, so they're only up by 12.
Well, I doubt it matters.
Yeah, I mean, what's the fucking success percentage of onside kicks?
Right now it's like 7-8%, I think. It's hella thin. It's like trying to get in a camel through the eye of a needle.
However,
There have not been more than 3 onside kick recoveries in the season since 2021. Since the onside kick rule change, it's been 8% on average every season.
Yes, Six Flags, I am.
Wow. So yeah, obviously they're going to try because
Right. I'll do it.
you know they gotta, but
thank you.
I'm just assuming that they score a touchdown and they're not gonna. So
Knowing it was you.
I definitely didn't have the Niners finishing dead last in the division when the season started. My money was on the.
Property shall be in my care.
Sorry, I couldn't get through that all the way without.
I ask this of you in his stead.
Damn it.
This one's important.
I hope the Redskins win the Bourbon Bowl.
They don't deserve it until they change their name back, though.
True. But I imagine that they'll come out on the field on the Super Bowl, and they'll undo their Commander's gear, revealing that they had the Redskins gear on underneath the whole time. Oh my God. Okay. Whew. This almost became an even bigger joke. Wow.
Try not to die.
Alright, I'm watching. What's going on here? Oh, okay. So, Deebo Samuel's dumbass fumbled and the Niners got it back.
Yes. And that's why I was like, man, this almost became an even bigger joke. Imagine if the Lions actually recover there.
Yeah.
So there has not been a single punt tonight, apparently.
Check. Touchdown, 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 downs, missed field goal, end of half, touchdown, touchdown, field goal, interception, touchdown, missed field goal, interception, touchdown, current drive. Yeah, you're right. Punters have not even come off the bench. Not even a fake punt. That's just crazy. You know, this is actually insane. Running no huddles right now, they're actually trying.
Well, you
So,
know,
like, I
they got a
get
stat
it,
pad.
you know?
They got a stat
Yeah.
pad.
Like, I get it, never say die and all this, but, like, you basically have to set a record for the fastest comeback in order to actually end up winning this game.
Right.
And you've been eliminated from the playoffs, so the only thing that you're playing for is pride. Now, I can get behind that, but you're the team that made the Super Bowl and lost in the Super Bowl last year, and you've already been eliminated from the playoffs. You're finishing dead last in your division.
You rarely can.
How are you not, like, so mentally defeated at this point that you're just like, whatever?
I wonder if Deebo Samuel's made enough money in his NFL career to have somebody follow him around with a boombox at all times. How much money per hour would you have to get paid if your job was follow somebody around while carrying a boombox?
Depending on how heavy the boombox was and how what the music was that it was playing, you know, it would vary. Because if it was light and I enjoyed the music, I've worked worse jobs. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. But knowing Debo specifically, it would have to be a very large amount of money. Because I'm going to be following that guy around all day long, listening to mumble rap. And it's going to be a big old ghetto blaster, so I'd have to be making at least 6 figures.
Okay, he's probably made enough money in his NFL career to pay you 6 figures for the rest of his life. So he doesn't really need to keep playing football anymore when you think about it.
You're right. He's already won.
Vinker! Hey! Tom?
I'm looking for Spady. Last name N-word.
I've never actually had one of those eggs. Are they good? You've never had a century egg?
Oh, how about that? Jimmy Carter having died, the oldest living former president is going to be Joe Biden.
Yep.
And he's literally a quote-unquote president right now. For 3 more weeks. Jesus Christ. That's about as sad a thing as I can imagine.
I hate it. Stop this, please.
Because, you know, there's a guy still walking around who was president 30 years ago.
Yeah.
How about that?
Unbelievable.
I see. I swear it. I'm sorry.
Fuck me, even Trump's older than Bill Clinton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Bill
I
looks
like a
awful
month.
these days, though.
I'm sure. And that just goes to show even more how based Donald Trump is. But
No.
yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Oh, the Niners put in Trey Lance, their backup quarterback. Brock Purdy's out.
Glad to hear it.
They got
Yeah, I think that sack made him realize, oh, they actually said that he got hurt. So that makes it
Oh.
even funnier.
He really got hurt like one game shy of his $250 million contract extension.
That's right.
That is dirty.
Or at the absolute least, he was, because I mean, again, they're playing for pride. They're trying real hard. He just got sacked. So, like, that takes all the wind out of your sails. At that point, he might have even just been faking the injury to just be like, get me the fuck out of here. Because, like, it literally doesn't matter. The game's over. You lost. There's nothing you could do. That sack was horrible to take. Man. That sucks. I'm really upset that I missed out on being able to have kids in Generation Alpha because I wanted to be able to say that my kids are alphas.
Yeah, what a terrible fucking generation name, man.
Let's head back.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
I don't even
terrible.
understand why would we say Generation X, Generation Y, although they're more commonly called millennials, Gen Z, but then we switch to Alpha and Beta for A and B.
I don't know. I'm just waiting for Generation Sigma.
Let's go.
That's the one. That's the one you gotta hold out for.
Real. But, yeah, how long is it? 14 fucking years? Jesus. It's after Beta. What do they call C?
Doesn't it go Alpha, Beta, Gamma? Why do I feel like it's Alpha, Beta, Gamma.
In the Greek alphabet, the letter C does not exist. Closest equivalent is K, which is Kappa.
Oh no, Generation Kappa. No.
That wouldn't happen because that actually would be for Generation K, if assuming they still have that same. Because if each generation's 14 years, I mean. A is the 11th letter of the alphabet, so it'll be somewhere along the lines of 140 years from now. I don't know if they'd still be using that naming scheme down that line, but
honestly, Generation Omega might actually be the money.
You are correct in that after Beta comes Gamma.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people would sit there and think, well, wouldn't that be Generation G? Which is completely valid, so I have no idea.
Generation
We're
Gooner.
gonna have to wait 14 years to find out the answer. Damn.
All right then.
Let's go.
Well, the backup's about to score a touchdown, at least. A completely meaningless touchdown, but
Maybe
it's
he's
not
got
meaningless to him.
Yeah, it might be the last touchdown he ever throws in the NFL.
Let's see.
Good God. Oh wait, it's that guy. Didn't he play for the Vikings last year? He looks like a cancer patient.
Yeah. Oh, I think. Oh, he's in. Touchdown.
Yes, he did play for the Vikings last year.
Face danger here. Hold on.
But which one?
Believe it.
Guys, somewhat of a journeyman. He never really plays all that much, and actually, this is literally his first game that he's played all season for the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
But this is his fifth team. He played for the Steelers, the Titans, the Cardinals, the Vikings last year, and now the Niners.
Let's see.
Sucks to suck.
And what's even funnier is that he ran that in for the touchdown himself.
Hold on.
That's right. It's
Going for the passing touchdown. That's pretty funny.
And they missed the extra point.
Let's move.
Unbelievable.
I
No
can't-
punts, and both teams missing an extra point.
This weather is dreadful.
Actually, the Lions have missed 2 extra points.
Yes, they have.
Wow.
This weather is dreadful.
Who's this guy, Jake Bates? He's 25.
The kicker on the Lions? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Moody is the guy who's on the Niners, right?
Weather is dreadful.
Yes.
They spent a
Both
third
named
round
Jake.
pick. They spent a
They're-
third
they're-
round pick on Jake Moody, and he's booty.
That's hilarious. But they're both named Jake,
All right then.
Mm-hmm.
or whatever that's worth. Jake Moody has a career 80% field goal percentage. Isn't that bad for a kicker?
For a guy taken in the third round, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, for a guy taken in the third round, absolutely. He's missed 7 field goals this year. And
The onside kick goes right out of bounds. That was a terrible onside kick. And that's the
that
ball game.
that was actually the first extra point that he's missed all season.
No way.
So that's funny. What the hell? I'm looking at his stats on ESPN here, and they have him listed in the passing category, of course, but the thing is, he's never attempted a pass or even been eligible for a pass. However, I guess this is the lowest quarterback rating that you could ever have, because his quarterback rating is still 39.6.
39.6 is the QB rating you get for incomplete passes. If
But he's never had an attempt.
If every pass you throw is incomplete, you get 39.6.
Then that has to just be the default if you've never thrown a pass, because he's never had an attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't it be 0? That's just stupid.
All right, game over, baby. The Niners are in ruins.
Confirmed to finish dead last in the division.
Hey there.
I like you.
Is it Louis Softwood?
All right then.
Let's go.
All right then.
Luis, why did it?
Please? Monster! Get back! The truth is...
Alright.
You ill?
Oh, that sucks.
What's up?
Olivia Hussey, I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
Yeah,
But
she
she was
passed
best
away.
known. Yes, best known for playing Juliet in 1968 Romeo and Juliet. She also voiced Talia al Ghul in the Bruce Timm DC animated universe. So I was like, oh shucks.
Man, Livy Dunn apparently requested her WikiFeet page to be taken down because it's gone. This is a sad day.
I'm sorry, did I just hear WikiFeet?
Yes. No, did you hear everything else I just said, or is that the only word you heard?
Only thing that registered on my radar was
okay.
WikiFeet.
Okay, Livy Dunn, I guess, requested her WikiFeet page to be deleted, and it got taken down. It's a sad day. This is sadder than Jimmy Carter dying.
Well, pretty much anything sadder than Jimmy Carter dying. I fucking dropped the cap to my chapstick this morning, and it was sadder than Jimmy Carter dying. I don't even know who Livy Dunn is. I googled her, and I'm looking at her now.
She's a LSU gymnast, and she's dating Paul Skenes, who won the Cy Young last year as a rookie, pretty much.
Thank you.
I think she's the most followed athlete on Instagram in the world right now, other than the big soccer players.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I remember a few months ago, she was getting a lot of feet comments on her Instagram, and she made it very clear she did not appreciate it. So I think the boys flew too close to the sun.
Why?
Are you,
What's that?
perchance, looking for this?
Jimmy Carter was alive for every Nosferatu premiere in history. Because there were only 3 films ever made called Nosferatu.
I thought the first Nosferatu
First one was in 1920.
I thought it was 1922, and he was born in 1924.
1929.
Oh, wow.
I'm reading this thing. It says, for those of you who want to whine and be like, but it came out in 1922, you're wrong. Released in Germany in 1922, the Stoker estate fought in court and prevented a 1925 London premiere, but they couldn't stop a 1929 United States debut. And that's the only one that matters.
As long as you and my mother wish for it. Consider the letter a bit of a
As we all know.
But everything you wrote was sincere.
Quite so. Alas, did my deceit diminish my sincerity? I'm sure you've told your fair share of lies as well. The same is true of all your future subjects. No man or woman is completely honest. Fiction has its role to play in
Morning, I hate women.
like with you in that book you hold so dear, yes? But there comes a time in all lives where reality starts to give chase. It closes in on us eventually. So when that time comes, well, if that time comes, we'll run from it for as...
Be right back. Okay, I am back.
as long as we can. Is that so wrong? Of course not. It all comes back to weakness. But it's weakness that makes people interesting. I find it endearing. Should you ever have a need of deception, you can rely on me. I'll be at your service, no matter where or when.
You know, it just occurred to me the Niners ended up losing by 6 points. And Jake Moody missed 2 field goals and an extra point.
Yes.
I think. Let me check that. Yes. He missed 2 field goals and an extra point, and the Niners lost by 6.
Thank you a lot.
You're very welcome. Now go on and show me that new world of yours.
Well, I do hope we can keep
Yes, he
seeing each
did.
other like this.
To be fair, it was Purdy's interceptions that lost the game, not him missing the kicks. But there's plenty of blame to go around on this one.
Majesty.
If Louise wins the crown, what will become of us?
Something up? Hmm? Something up? Really?
If Louise wins the crown, what will become of us?
Alright. So, I need to boost my tolerance.
All right.
Why did this happen?
You there. Let us talk. Well, well.
It'll be fine.
You see.
All right.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 21 days remain.
Have a look.
Shall we?
I shall.
Smash it all to bits.
Luis is the only one left.
Well, you get a pass for that. Because there's no women in there, you know?
Ooh, Luis is the only one left, isn't he?
Hey.
Yeah. Now then. Now then. Now then.
Indeed.
Luis is the only one left, isn't he?
All right then.
Let's see. Really? Something up?
Okay. Better. Yeah.
I shall.
What is your opinion overall of the 40-hour work week? Do you feel like it needs to be less? Are you happy with it? Like, I understand it's a very broad question, but
You can make things work with less. You can make things work with more. I'm fine with 5/8. I prefer 4/10s, but I don't really have any kind of opinion.
okay.
you very much. Yes? That's surely right. Time to go! Oh. Actually... Is this perhaps... Oh. That can't be.
No.
It's all right. Ovi. But then... Please, you must.
We should hurry.
Yes, indeed. That means... I must. She. Now. A new power.
Wait. Okay, yeah, I was about to say I didn't max already, did I?
I am capable of. This is the place.
This one's important.
Let's see here. This place.
Let us hurry there.
What should we
Smash it all
do?
to bits.
All right then.
Something up?
Smash it all to bits.
Check.
Really?
Not really.
Smash it all to bits.
All right then.
Luis is the only one left.
All right then.
go. Really?
A village.
Which one? Let's see. Let's see. That's where you. It's your call. Let's move.
All right then.
Let's go.
You little bastard, you. It will be Lord Louis.
You
Right.
there. You see, Witch's Way.
That's... Now then.
Tolerance. Why, that's... Goodbye.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 20 days remain.
Sam?
I suppose.
Well then. Truth is,
Smash it all to bits.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that, big country. Man, that'd be well, like, we might... Isn't it still possible that the 7 seed has 12 wins? That's insane. Stupid NFC North. Somebody needs to, like, give Jordan Love a career-ending injury or something, so at least one of those teams in the North falls apart. We cannot be dealing with this. Like somebody needs to break Jordan Love's clavicle or something. This isn't right.
The break his spy.
Now then, what should we do?
Oh god, I pushed the... Okay. Good. At least I didn't lose anything.
Something up?
I hit the wrong damn button.
Based.
Let's see. Really? Let's see.
Yes, the Seahawks are currently eliminated from being able to make the playoffs.
Right.
However, the Atlanta Falcons, with a worse record, are still capable of winning their division.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's been around forever, right? I mean, that whole thing where a division winner can be a worse record than a team that gets left out of the wild card. Like, that's not really anything all that radically new, although it does continue to be very questionable.
Yeah, but the really, really bad thing, there is a possibility where the NFC South division winner actually has the worst record of any team to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
In either conference.
hey,
And that's just cruel.
hey.
Although, since you were talking about the NFC North, I do think that it is highly amusing that you can still count on the Bears to always be bad, regardless of how many top picks they end up getting.
Yep. Sure does.
Granted, they haven't gotten the first overall pick very often, but they do still suck so frequently. You know, some actually even refer to it as being black-pilled on the Bears. I, of course, prefer to say that I'm dog-pilled.
No? No way.
Oh shit! This guy's gonna be like Luigi Mangione. Yeah, this guy's Luigi Mangione.
I remember before the season started, when people were saying that the Jets were potentially going to win the division.
Yeah, that died pretty quickly. I really hope the Dolphins keep Rodgers from throwing touchdown 500, man. That'd be so funny.
It would be very.
He'd
Would
be
be
like,
very amusing.
remember the Bernie Mac movie, Mr. 3000?
Yes.
He'd be like that. He'd just come back to the NFL and keep playing, trying to get to touchdown 500.
Listen. No. Why? Vinka! Stop! That's... Damn it! No. But... I've got to decide my path now.
Let's see. Really? Well...
YouTube comment suggestions. So I watched the 500k sausage that he made 3 years ago. It was actually almost 4 years ago exactly when he hit 500k subscribers. And he... You know those things you see at parties? The shrimp cocktails?
Yes.
He made a sausage out of shrimp cocktails and he put them in the grinder with the tails on. Like, how chaotic do you have to be to think, like, that's the right way to play that? Jesus.
Nah, yeah, he used to do a lot of extremely vile shit like that. Like, he did one, I'm sure you've watched that video before, an entire fish sausage. Scales, tail,
Yeah.
bones, and all.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he was thinking on that one. He's done a lot of different retarded sausages where, like, there was no attempt even made at trying to clean up the food. Like, genuinely sickening behavior.
Obviously, I know who Ian Miles Chong is, but I still don't really know what his deal is. He, like, lives in Malaysia, but he's always talking about
Yes.
America, is the idea?
Yes. That's correct. And the really stupid thing about him always talking about America isn't just that he doesn't live in America. The really bad thing is that he's constantly talking about what America should do and what America should be, but he lives in Malaysia. So it's like, dude, fucking shut up. Like, Jesus. Like how mid has been said so constantly and used as an adjective to describe absolutely everything that it no longer has any meaning.
Yeah. Yeah, it always annoyed me because mid now seems to mean bad, but that doesn't make any sense. Mid should be mid. Like, the word describes mediocrity, and people are using it to describe things that are bad, but not, horrible, I guess, but still. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's pretty autistic.
Oh,
I've seen a lot of people sharing that today, and it's made me interested in doing an ancestry test thing, but I don't know how to do it in a way that's going to make me feel comfortable about, like, sending in my DNA.
Yeah, there's really no way to do it without putting yourself in some registry.
Yeah, and, I get it and understand that, but still, it just makes me feel really bad.
Right.
listen to me! Everyone! You're pulling my leg! Hey!
Bloody hell. Listen up. You got it. Huh? Ah.
I'm real sorry. That's why.
You see this balloon? You don't get this.
That was good.
I,
Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I like to see. Oh, damn. I actually could have even doubled it. You hate to see it.
but come on.
It'll be fine.
Thank you. So much.
Now it says don't put any bones in your grinder, but that's more of a challenge instead of an actual warning.
It says don't put any bones in your grinder, but you don't get this balloon. We got it.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 19 days remain.
We have to.
Smash it all to bits.
Let's see.
Smash it all to bits.
All right then.
Let's go.
Everyone is here.
Now that
Oh, I don't like that. We do have a request there. I should.
It's your call.
Great.
What to pick?
Eloquence.
To me.
That
Hmm.
Oh man, since we were talking about Stepnalix earlier.
Mhm.
Man.
Oh yeah, today was LeBron's 40th birthday.
Terrible. You know what LeBron should do? He should consider retiring. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Are we clear? All right.
Oh man. The official image was altered to make this look hilarious.
Oh. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, that's just horrifying.
He's a gigantic. He's so big.
Man. So Brock Purdy already has an extremely weak arm, and it keeps getting injured. Soon he's only going to be able to throw the ball like 3 yards.
Man, it's pretty based.
Can't,
All right.
Oh, okay, that makes my job easier.
Far to the north of Altabury, Mount Volcano rises through the molten ash of its own making. Magla crystals are swallowed by the lava, and a malevolent heat scorches the air. Conditions only hideous monsters could find alluring. Or perhaps the monsters are not the only ones.
All right.
This is the place. Thank you very
All right. So we're not going to do this tonight. It's starting to get a little late, and I have a bunch of stuff I got to do. I got to set up for tomorrow's stream, and then I got to record some videos, and then I got to go to bed. So, see you guys tomorrow. I'm out of here.
Now.
Man, there's way too much degenerate shit in my For You tab right now. I need to like something, a few based things to purge this shit.
Yeah, it happened to me too. I think Elon kind of did a soft reset because of his new system of fucking with everything. So, my theory anyway.
Maybe.